Hey guys, my name is Ryan, and welcome to Overwatch Central. So again, we're talking about Baptiste today. There have been a few changes on the PTR, as well as a little bit more information on the achievements for the hero, and potentially when he may be hitting live. We'll start with the ultimate, and it's basically only a change to how it looks yet again. This is how it looked on the first day when we saw it. It then changed to this, as we highlighted in another video, but now it's changed to this. So it's clearly a lot more different than the first iteration of this, where people confused it looking a bit like a barrier. Now it looks very unique. There's also voice lines in the game in terms of what Baptiste shouts when he uses his ultimate, both in English and in Haitian.
Light them up! Vide bal suyo!
A lot more voice lines were added into the game, and it seems that it's a lot more like seamless, I suppose. When heroes use abilities, you know what voice lines say what. Up until now, it seems that Baptiste didn't say an awful lot of anything, so these changes have gone in, really finalizing the hero, and he may potentially be ready to go into the live servers very soon. We'll talk about that shortly, but now I want to go over the achievements that the hero has, including Baptiste's pixel and cute sprays. The first achievement is Stand By Me. Prevent 4 deaths with a single use of Baptiste's immortality field in quick or competitive play. So in short, save somebody from like a diva bomb and stuff like that, you'll be fine. Should be fairly straightforward to get, although might be a bit awkward, I'm not too sure. And the next achievement is Window of Opportunity. Amplify 2500 combined damage and healing without dying as Baptiste in quick or competitive play. Get a Bastion or somebody to fire through it, and again, should be pretty good. These are the sprays that you will get for achieving these achievements, but I know that a lot of people have questions about, oh, I wonder what they are. This is just there to sort of answer the question. I also want to mention in these sprays and a voice line, especially from Baptiste, that I've seen people highlight on Twitter and stuff because of the references, but not in a video yet. So this one's clearly an obvious one that we have on screen. It is the over 9000 meme from Dragon Ball Z, of course, crushing his scouter that he wears. It's typical, but like there are a few other ones that I did want to highlight that I haven't seen anybody else bring up. Whilst there are also a few other ones for Baptiste, I'm not quite sure what they're a reference to, if anything. We have this sort of codec answering one from Metal Gear Solid, I believe. Even the exclamation point kind of reminds me of Solid Snake answering a call, so that's more likely a reference to that. And then you also have this one-up Goomba stomping, side-scrolling Baptiste that's jumping along, so they're not a reference to Mario, of course, but there are a few others. I'm not quite sure if they're a reference into anything in particular. I'm not quite sure why there's this close shave one, for example. This one's called Cool Story. You also have him lifting stuff, of course. But I guess the most interesting one is this Goddess one, which I assume has a lot to do with the Caribbean. I'm thinking Calypso, but that just might be because of the film, you know. But ultimately, I'm not quite sure in particular what this might be a reference to. So if you do know, let me know in the comments below. I also feel like this Mission Complete one could be a reference to, I don't know, Duke Nukem? I haven't got a clue, but I'm just sort of rambling at this point. There's some really cool sprays for the hero and even a lot of the skins. But what about voice lines? I wanted to highlight one obvious one to begin with. This is clearly a reference to something when you hear it. The voice line's called Survival Tip.
Come with me if you want to live.
But there are also some really good ones that I wanted to highlight. For example, this one, when your teammates aren't appreciating all the healing that you're doing.
Thank you, Baptiste. Oh, you're welcome.
I believe that's all of the references and Easter eggs that came out of Baptiste, but if I did miss any, then do let me know in the comments below. So when will Baptiste be going live onto the live servers and away from the PTR? It's looking quite soon. It seems that a lot of these patch changes are now just bug fixes, trying to get everything up to par with where it should be. There doesn't seem to be any more balance changes at this point, which I think is fair enough because a good 21, 22 heroes were changed in this PTR patch. So of course a lot of people are excited to see this go to the live servers. The patch days, commonly for Overwatch at least, will be Tuesday and Thursday. I highly doubt that stuff will be going out tomorrow, but it would line up with Brigitte going out on March the 20th last year, and also a racer that went out on the 21st of March 2 years ago. So the 19th, 20th and 21st, the same week. Could go out Thursday this week or next week, but it seems likely that I think we'll see it come out on Tuesday the 19th of March. There might be a few more videos coming out of Blizzard, such as the voice acting, how they created the hero, that typical stuff that they've done with Brigitte, Arita, all those heroes in the past, you know. So I do think we'll see it around then with some other bits and pieces. Hopefully a look towards the future in terms of archives, which really isn't that far away, about maybe 6 weeks, 4 weeks away from our next event, which is more likely one of the better events that comes out, right? I think archives are really cool and I can't wait to see what they do next. on how to play him, I did want to take some audio from a video that we did with Sideshow, who is an Overwatch League analyst, talking about Baptiste, where he's good, where he's bad. I just wanted to include this because these videos typically reach a different audience to our long-winded interviews, that I felt if there are fans of Baptiste here that want to know everything about him, this might be a nice addition to this video, right? So this is what Sideshow had to add with where to play this hero and where he's going to be really good.
To me, he looks like he's got a very powerful kit, but it's quite situational. And the reason I say that is that the immortality field can be, you know, you can run away from it for starters. You can do a lot of damage to the people that are inside of it, and then you can kill it. So although it seems like an incredibly powerful ability, and it certainly is, and it stops, you know, grav bomb combos and all stuff like that, the fact that the players in it are going to be really weak and will therefore require a lot of healing as well as the immortality field, and you can just run away from it and choose not to take the fight exactly where the immortality field is, means that it seems to lend itself more towards quite static compositions. So stuff like the Orisa comps, where you're playing in one area and you just want to hold your ground and defend, that seems like a perfect opportunity to get value out of Baptiste. You know, you can set up his ultimate and do a huge amount of damage through it. You can set up the immortality field and his healing, and it's going to do crazy amounts, and you can do damage with him as well. And then he's got the mobility to be able to take up, you know, different positions and support his team. So I think in those comps he'll get a lot of value. But in GOATs or in Dive, I don't think he's going to be that good. It seems unlikely to me that he's going to be used in compositions that are very mobile. But the static poke kind of bunker comps, I think it could be crazy powerful.
That's not to say that he can't be used on attack or in more fluid lineups by all means, but I did want to sort of include this to give you an idea on where he is a really good hero. In terms of news, it has quietened down a little bit, but I did want to include some more stuff around the newest hero. There's of course a lot of focus on the patch as a whole because so many heroes were changed, but ultimately I wanted to just look at Baptiste, the stuff in terms of the sprays, the achievements, the new ultimate and how it looks, when we're going to see him, where you should be playing him. Maybe we'll do a denied on Baptiste in the future. I would like to. I personally love making denied videos, but might take a bit of a while to get done. But I hope you enjoyed this video, nice quick rinse of the news with the new hero. Potentially more in the future, I'll let you know. But thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time.